What's going on, folks, and welcome into the Rowntree studio for this week's edition of Third and Long. It is the Sunday slate of games for Week 15. My name is Connor Rowntree. I'm happy to be here, and we have some cheeky bets this week. It's actually a really tough week to read, so we're going to be relying on the betting model, but we have some cheeky bets. As I said earlier in the week, I like the Rams on Thursday Night Football. I think Kyren Williams is going to do big things, but let's jump into that Sunday slate. Kansas City Chiefs at Cleveland Browns. I really hope the Rams win as underdogs and Kyren Williams does something good so you guys just don't tune out before we even get into this breakdown. That was a terrible way to start this show now that I think about it. Anyway, Kansas City at Cleveland. Give me the Chiefs. I don't know if I'm going to lay the points yet. 4.5 points is like, it doesn't seem like a lot. But Jameis Winston's a gunslinger, and this Chiefs team is winning by the hair of their chinny chin. I don't think they're that good. I mean, obviously, they've only lost one game. However, I don't think they stack up to the Buffalo Bills. I don't think they stack up to many of the better teams in the NFL. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. But I think the lean here has to be the Kansas City Chiefs. Cincinnati at Tennessee. This is one of my favorite bets on the week. We got Cincinnati at 4.5 points. I'm laying the 4.5 points all day with the Bengals. The Titans, they suck. I was on here last week, and I was just saying how the Titans' defense was going to carry them last week to a victory, and they just couldn't do it because the offense couldn't convert in the red zone. Will Levis was turning the ball over left and right, as we know him to do. That mayo-eating motherfucker, man. Yeah, fuck Will Levis. Fuck the Tennessee Titans. They suck. The Bengals, they're on track, baby. Joe Burrow's got this team rallying. They're going to make a playoff push here. And look, remember, they have to play Denver. And Denver plays the Chargers. So if the Chargers beat the Broncos, Chargers get in, the Bengals beat the Broncos, Bengals win out, Broncos lose a couple games. It's possible. It's possible. Give me the Bengals, dash 4.5. Washington at New Orleans. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to lay the 7 points here. I'm gonna have to lay the touchdown and the conversion with the Commanders in this one. I don't like what Jaden Daniels has been doing recently. I think he's come back down to more of a baseline of his play. I don't think what we saw earlier in the season is attainable for his career. He's too small. I don't think he's big enough for the NFL. He needs to take this offseason to put some size on, or he will literally be the next RG3, and he'll have a sick rookie season, and then we'll never hear from him again. So there's a lot not to like about Jaden Daniels, but there's a lot more to dislike about this New Orleans Saints team. And I'm going to be laying the touchdown. I'll be laying the 7 points if Derek Carr can't go. I think that's a great spot. If Derek Carr can go, I'd be much more inclined to take the points in the Saints. So we'll see what happens with the Saints quarterback situation going into Sunday, because the Saints are useless without Derek Carr. And that's saying something. Ravens at Giants. This is the shit kicker of the week. The Ravens money line, put them in any parlay you want. Obviously, there's not much value there, but the Ravens, are you going to lay 15.5 points? That's a lot of points in the NFL. I mean, there's usually a beatdown every week, and if you were to bet on a beatdown this week, this would be the beatdown. However, 15.5 points is a lot, so be cautious, be cognizant, and look for some player props in that one. We'll run them through the model, and we'll get them up on sportstree.ca before Sunday. Dallas at Carolina. The Carolina Panthers are favorites for the first time since 2020. They are favorites in a football game for the first time since 2020. That's fucked. The Cowboys, I'm not taking the points with the Cowboys. I'm not laying the points on Carolina. I actually really like the way Bryce Young has been playing. He's actually been lights out the last couple weeks, and you can just check his stats, and they have him top 5 in QBR, top 5 in passer rating. He looks good out there. However, is that attainable? Last week, he brings Carolina back from the abyss just to throw an interception in the end zone. That's the Bryce Young that we know and love, but I do think this kid's developing, and he's gaining confidence, so he's looking a lot better out there. So my inclination is a lean towards the Carolina Panthers. New York Jets at Jacksonville Jaguars. Give me the Jets. First of all, they look competent for the first time since Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams have been on the same field together last week. They connected for a touchdown. Looks great. As for the Jacksonville Jaguars, they need to fire Doug Peterson, and Mac Jones needs to retire because he is god-awful. Give me the Jets. I'm laying the points. Miami and Houston. This should be a fun one. In Houston, Miami, they'll be in some warm weather. Tua will be able to throw the ball. It's an indoor stadium. This should be a fun game to close out the 1 p.m. time slot. However, If I'm going to be looking at something, I'm going to probably be looking at the Texans because their pass defense has been lights out this season. They rank in the top 3 in the NFL in passing defense, and if Tua can't get it going, then this Miami's defense is terrible. We've seen them without Tua. They suck without Tua, so you got to make sure that he's on the field because otherwise it's going to be night for this Miami team, and if he can't get the ball passing through the air, and if he can't get it going through the air, he's just going to look like a limp biscuit out there. So I will not be betting on the Dolphins. I'll probably be taking the Houston Texans because of their defense in this one. Opening up the 4:25 p.m. time slot, it is the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. Giddy up, battle of the ponies. And I like Denver in this one. I don't think that's a surprise. 4.5 points, no problem. I think that's the smart spot to lay your money. I do want Indianapolis to win as like a guilty pleasure because I want football's better when the Bengals are in the playoffs. I'm a Bears fan, but I like Joe Burrow. And football is better when the Bengals are in the playoffs. You can't argue with me on that one unless you're from Baltimore, Pittsburgh, or Cleveland. Anyway, I digress. Give me the Denver Broncos laying the 4.5 points. Buffalo at Detroit, game of the week. Potential Super Bowl preview? It might just be that. Dan Campbell's got the biggest sack I've ever seen. I don't like the way he coaches sometimes. I think he's a little arrogant and he takes unnecessary risks like he did last week. However, they won the football game, so it doesn't matter. I'm wrong. He's right. I still don't like the way he coaches. I think Buffalo on paper right now could be the better team because Detroit's banged up, but I just don't like Detroit at home. So money line, I would take Detroit, but with the points, I like the Buffalo Bills, man. I'm not doubting Josh Allen. First ever player in NFL history with 3 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns. First ever quarterback, in NFL history with 3 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns in the same game. So that guy's a stud. And I will be taking the points with the Buffalo Bills simply because the Lions defense is banged up. Pittsburgh at Philadelphia. Fly, Eagles, fly. Nah. No, we've been making a lot of money with the Pittsburgh Steelers this season. I think Mike Tomlin is a superior coach to Nick Sirianni. Anytime you see a Nick Sirianni line, take 3 points off of it because you know he's going to fuck up and take 3 points off the board somehow for his team. So this is 5.5 points. So basically it should be 2.5, but you're getting Pittsburgh with 5.5 points. Give me the points. Give me the Steelers. Mike Tomlin, best coach in the NFL, has never had a losing season with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Been coaching them for 18 years. The guy's an absolute stud. Mike Tomlin and the Steelers roll in with some confidence. Russell Wilson's going to get it done. Also, I don't like Philadelphia against rushing quarterbacks, so look for some Justin Field packages and some props in this one. Give me the Steelers and the points. New England at Arizona. Arizona, they got to get it right. However, there's a new COD package out, and Kyler Murray hasn't won a game since that new COD package came out. Check out our shop right now. We got the COD God shirt because Kyler Murray is the COD God. The guy plays unreal as long as there's no Call of Duty games being released. As soon as the COD game comes out, tape goes out the window, and he has no idea what he's doing back there. He's running around like a chicken with his head cut off, not like a Arizona Cardinal. But give me the Cardinals in this one. I just shit on Kyler Murray for like 5 minutes and then take the Cardinals. Great. Good rant, kid. Tampa Bay at Los Angeles. I got the Chargers. I'm laying the 2.5 points with the Chargers. Look, I really like Baker Mayfield. I still think they're going to win the South because I don't think Kirk Cousins is that great, and I've taken the Bucs to win the South since the start of the season, and I'm staying with that. However, this is a tough matchup on the road against a superior defense and an offense that is clicking on all cylinders. Look, Justin Herbert right now, his touchdown to interception ratio speaks for itself, leading the NFL with the best ratio there. So I think Justin Herbert can go out and just pick apart this Buccaneers defense. And then on the other side of the ball, Baker Mayfield, God love him, and he makes plays. But if you get after him, he can get frustrated. And with Khalil Mack just barreling down on you for 4 quarters, that might not be a recipe for success, so I'm laying the points at home with the Chargers. Green Bay Packers at Seattle Seahawks. Sunday Night Football, give me the Packers. I'm not sold on this Seahawks team. I think this could be a high-scoring game, but I think the Packers can control the game with their run game, and Jordan Love, man, when that kid's in gear, he looks really good. I'm a Bears fan, so I'm giving Jordan Love his flowers here, which is tough for me to do, so just take that as you will. And I think the Packers are going to win this game. Straight up, I think they're going to win this game on the road, go into Seattle and just take care of business and get one step closer to catching Detroit, because they're going to be in a dogfight with Buffalo. Remember, take Buffalo with the points. I think that's the lean because of Josh Allen and the injuries to Detroit's defense. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our bracket challenge live right now on sportstree.ca for the college football playoff. Head over to sportstree.ca, sign up, and you're in to win. Remember, you can upgrade your subscription. You upgrade to a Hall of Famer. You get 5 entries into that bracket challenge to win $1,000 cash money for this holiday season. You can make it rain this holiday season. Make it snow, make it rain. Santa's coming down the chimney, and you've got a fat wad of cash to greet him with. It'll be good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Connor Rowntree. Enjoy the football.